All right, everyone. Joe Biden, supposedly the president-elect, although that's not official yet, we're going from the assumption that he wins, is supposedly the head of the Democratic Party. Now, you would think that, the head of a party, the president's at least the figurehead of their party, typically has some degree of latitude in dealing with things in the political sense. But Biden appears neither willing nor able to actually unite his party. And it's funny because he ran in part on and is still proclaiming a desire to unify people. Well, we need to get past the bad days. Trump was divisive. Orange man bad, of course. People are getting nasty with each other. We just hug it out, basically. That's what Biden wants out of the country. It's not going to happen. Joe Biden can't even govern the neoliberal element of his own fucking political party, let alone the schismatic other side of the party that fucking hates him. By and large, what's going to happen, again, assuming that he's in there, over the next few years is that the party will spend half of its time obstructing itself. Nancy Pelosi is heavily embattled because she's not a good leader either and completely flubbed it on the House of Representatives, nearly losing her position in the process. The Democrats have lost more than half of their majority of seats in the House, regardless of what else happens in the election. It looks like they've failed to take the Senate. There will probably be a slim Republican majority after the Georgia runoff occurs. And you've got a situation where he can't govern. Joe Biden has a party which contains, I've spoken about this for years, three separate elements. You have the neoliberal core, that's party loyal partisans, which is most of the Democrats, the corporate side of things. You then have like the union business Dems, and they're sort of a dying breed because U.S. business is dying, but they do still represent several million Democratic voters. Several million people, and a lot of the Rust Belt Democrats would fall into that disproportionately. And then you have the progressive element within the party, the leftists, the cringe fringe. None of these groups agree with one another. The Union Dems are tired of the neoliberals whining and dining the left. The left are tired of the neoliberals caring about the Union Dems. The neoliberals are tired of both of these other groups of people squabbling instead of single-mindedly focusing on winning elections. None of these groups work well with others because they're all a bunch of ideologues, but they have different ideologies. That's the problem. You have the partisan core. They just want to win. The leftists want socialism, and the Union Dems want a restoration of the party to like a JFK sort of thing. Or something from the 60s or the 70s as opposed to the woke bullshit that the party represents now, at least on paper. They're not, for instance, heavily in favor of gun control. They're not in favor of pronouns and kneeling before terrorists. The left is. The left thinks you're a terrorist if you don't take knee before BLM every morning and say the communist national anthem or something. Biden can't possibly control more than one of these groups at a time. Now, the neoliberals are the largest and have the most money. And that's where Biden comes from. He's a neoliberal himself. It's going to be real goddamn difficult for him to unify the country when he can't even unify his party. You have people, the cringe fringe, they're still rioting right now, waving signs that say fuck Biden, basically. Now, you can't use Trump. This is the biggest problem for the left, is that if Trump's not there, they have no choice but to attack the Democratic Party. The next Democratic National Convention could look a lot like the one in, 68? Where you had 100,000 hippies there chasing the police around, burning cars and stuff. Wouldn't that be funny, the hippies come back? It'd be more sensible than the left as it is today. They had a little bit of a more libertarian feel and didn't want the government to take over every aspect of life because they correctly identified that the government was the fucking problem. The hippies sounded like a young Ronald Reagan sometimes. It's the funny part. And by the way, they were like 99% white kids, so, it's a little bit different from the rioting you see now based on demographics. But Beijing Biden, another problem is he's controlled by China. When those policies become evident, it's definitely going to piss off the Union Dems. The Union Dems don't want more globalistic outsourcing. That's what's fucking their jobs and their economies over. The left probably won't like it because at some point they'll grow a consciousness about some of the tin horn third world authoritarians on the basis of things like child labor and treatment of gays and religious minorities and stuff. You see a little bit of that, but it's been on the back burner because Trump was the president. This was what was preventing the left from going into a purity spiral was Trump. His existence as president was preventing them from imploding. It's going to blow up in Biden's face. I'm already predicting, again, assuming that Biden wins, in a rigged election, but wins, the Democrats are going to get hammered in the midterms. You're going to see the red wave of all red waves. It'll make the Tea Party surge probably look milquetoast by comparison. You could have the Republicans with enough power to potentially get rid of Biden and Kamala altogether and force them out of office. Force them to resign or threaten to get rid of them. You could see an impeachment that actually is able to be followed through on. You could see a Nixon moment. Now, Biden's got enough skeletons in his closet that I'm sure that if they dig, they can find some excuse to get rid of him. And by the way, I hope that happens. You should vote straight Republican in the midterms just to hamper him. If only to make him a lame duck so that we strangulate the government and they can't fucking do anything. That's the best thing for us at this point if Biden gets in there, is to completely prevent the government from functioning. I don't care if that means a 2-year-long government shutdown with no budget. Fuck them. Starve the beast. Starve the machine. That's about all. Peace out.